Hey guys, what's going on? Frank Rich here from Rebuilt Recovery, and in today's video, I'm going to give you the 7 steps to creating your life after porn addiction. And real quick, before we get into the content of the video, this is pulled directly from our free ebook, 7 Steps to Living Life Without Porn. So if you want to dive deeper into these topics, because I'm going to give you kind of the highlight reel of this book, make sure to hit the first link in the description box right there, www.the7stepguide.com, and download the free book so you have all of the content and the actionable steps that you can apply to your life to help you not only overcome your porn addiction, but ultimately create the life that you were designed to live. And if this is your first time to this channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we are releasing new videos every single day, Monday through Friday at this point. But let's jump into this. You know, we have this saying here at Rebuilt Recovery, and it comes just like this. If you want to overcome your battle with porn addiction, you must become the person that is no longer addicted to porn. So everything that we teach, everything that we do, and really at our underlying philosophy, it's all about living the life without porn. Because let's face it, guys, porn is not going anywhere. For right now, you're not going to escape having the temptation. You're not going to escape having porn as a possibility into your life. So what you ultimately have to do is you have to design your life in a way where porn no longer even has its place in your life. So that's what we're going to do with this video. Is we're going to walk you through these 7 steps of ultimately creating this life that no longer needs porn, that no longer has you running like a little child back to your computer to pull up your favorite site. And this is going to ultimately help you grow out of this guilt and shame that you're facing right now. So let's jump into it. First step, guys, is you have to identify where the problem is and how your porn addiction is holding you back in all areas of your life. Obviously, if you're at this point in this video, you've identified that you probably do have a problem, but maybe you haven't taken the extra step and gone a layer deeper and figured out how is porn holding you back in your relationships? How is porn holding you back in your business or in your career? How is porn holding you back from maybe building or achieving the body that you ultimately want to have? How is it holding you back from becoming the father that you should be? So really look at all areas of your life. If you need a guide here, we teach the five S, the 5 pillars, which is faith, fitness, finance, family, and freedom. So how is it holding you back in your faith or in your religious practices? How is it holding you back in your fitness or ultimately building your body? How is it holding you back in your finances? You know, we talked about career and jobs or business. How is it holding you back in your family and your other relationships? And how is it holding you back in your freedom? Freedom is your addiction to porn, due to the lack of motivation? Are you not pursuing other hobbies? Are you not pursuing service in your community because you're so built up and so caught up in the shame and guilt of your pornography addiction? So step 1, guys, to creating your life after your porn addiction is identifying all the areas in which your porn addiction is holding you back in life. The second step is make a commitment to yourself and to at least one other person. Verbalize it, write a contract for yourself, have some accountability, make the commitment and then the guarantee to not only yourself, but to another person. This is so vitally important. We've talked a lot about the importance of community on this channel. We've talked a lot about the importance of networking and having people in your life that are going to hold you accountable. So it's vitally important that you make the commitment not just to yourself, but to one other person: spouse, pastor, coach, therapist, accountability partner, best friend. I don't care who it is, but verbalize it, share it, sign it, put it down on paper, sign the contract, whatever you need to do. But ultimately, you got to commit to yourself and to one other person. Now, the third step, this is going to throw you, a lot of you guys, by surprise. But I believe that if you're ultimately going to break free from your addiction and create a life afterwards, you have to start with fasting from something smaller than your addiction to porn. So we recommend a 2-day fast, 40 to 48 hours of pure fast from food. Obviously, water, vitamins, minerals, electrolytes. We give you recommended supplements in the ebook, so make sure to pick that up at www.the7stepguide. But we do suggest and we do recommend going through a 48-hour, 2-day fast. And there's a multitude of reasons that we break down in the book, so I'm not going to give you all of that. But think about it, guys. If you cannot go 2 days without food, how are you ever going to have the strength, discipline, and character inside of you to go an entire lifetime without food. So there's some mental reasons behind why we do this. There's some physiological reasons behind why we do it as well. And there's some spiritual practices included in that as well. It's all broken down in step 3 of the ebook for you guys. Step number 4 to ultimately creating a life after porn addiction is to actually map out, write out, and design a vision of your life in the future now that you removed pornography from it. So remember what we did in step 1. We looked at all the areas where porn is holding us back in our life. We're going to circle back here and revisit those in step number 4, but it's no longer identifying how it's holding us back. It's projecting a vision of the future of our life once we removed pornography from it. So what can our family life look like? What can our business, what can our career look like? What can our commitment to the service and service and help of others in our community look like now that we removed it from porn? How can you step into being the dad that you ultimately know you can be? How can you step and be the lover, be the husband, be the significant other that you know you can be once you removed pornography? So step number 4, guys, is ultimately creating a vision of your life. And once again, in the book, we walk you through kind of what this looks like, because it's not just simply thinking about what your life can be like. There's real value in writing this down and following the steps that we give you in the ebook. Step number 5, guys, is once you have that vision, actually break it down into an actionable 90-day or 4 to 6 month reboot program. So it's obviously important to have a vision of what our life can look like a year, 3 years, 5 years down. But we got to start with today. We got to start with an actionable plan of what we can do right now for the next 90 days to really accelerate our recovery, to really accelerate our progress through our porn reboot. So step number 5, guys, is once you have that vision that you created in step 4, step 5 is all about breaking it down and making it into an actionable plan for the next 90 days, 180 days, 360 days. We look at 90 days out, and then once you're through there, we look at the next 90 days. So I recommend going there because it's hard to really build a plan for an entire year. So I do recommend starting at kind of that 90-day or 3-month window, just because it's much easier to manage. But that's going to be step 5. Step 6, guys, is once you actually have that plan in place and now you're following through and executing upon it, it's having a daily gratitude practice. We go into the scientific reasons behind why this is so vitally important, how it's going to help rewire your dopamine neurotransmitters, how it's going to put you in a place to where you're viewing the world and perceiving the world just from a better place where you can receive and experience joy and happiness. So it is something that I recommend doing first thing in the morning, and we walk you through what that looks like in the ebook as well. So make sure to download the free ebook at the7stepguide.com. And then the 7th, and ultimately probably the most important step, is having the faith and the belief in yourself that you can accomplish this. And I know that this is challenging for a lot of us when we're caught up in our addiction to porn, because we feel the guilt, we feel the shame associated with our habits and with our destructive behaviors. But ultimately, guys, if you're going to succeed in not just rebooting yourself from porn, but ultimately living a life without porn, is you got to start with the belief in yourself that you can succeed in what you're doing. I believe in you. I know you can succeed. I've succeeded. I've overcome my battle with porn, and it changed my life for good. And that's why we're dedicated to the work that we're doing now here with the Reboot Your Life YouTube channel. So real quick, guys, I'm going to run you through the 7 steps. But make sure to download the free ebook, because we go into much deeper detail and actually provides you the actionable steps to put these into place. But step number 1, guys, is identifying where porn is holding you back in all areas of your life. Step 2 is making the commitment to change to yourself and at least one other person. Step 3 is to fast from food for 40 to 48 hours. Step 4 is to create a vision for your life once you remove pornography. Step 5 is to break that vision down into a 90-day actionable plan. Step 6 is to practice daily gratitude for everything that you have in this world, in this life. Guys, you're living, you're breathing, you're watching this video. It's gonna be okay. So have gratitude for everything that you have. And step 7, guys, is ultimately have the belief and faith that you can do this. So that's it, guys. Like I said, make sure to download the free ebook, because we go much deeper into all 7 of these steps and provide you real actionable ways to execute, implement, and have success in your porn addiction recovery. But that's it, guys. Frank Rich from Rebuilt Recovery. If you did find value in this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel so you are notified every time a new video is released. But that's it, guys. Make sure to grab the free ebook. Leave us a comment. Let us know how this video helped you, how it was valuable to you. And we'll see you next time with another video here for Reboot Your Life.